Yeah, because you sound amazing right now. Excellent.
Well, either way, if this is going right, we should be live. This is the Raw wrap-up. I'm Mike Sorg, at Sorgatron on Twitter. Have you missed us? Have you missed us out there in Mayhem Land and Mayhem World? Things are different if you're watching us on the video version. Maybe they sound different, depending on how we hook this thing back up. But we are in a brand new first broadcast from Mayhem Studio officially. And new camera setup, new everything, new wall, thanks to our friend Mutilator Larry for building the wall for us here in the studio, Mayhem Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. I am at Sorgatron. With us on the line in Poughkeepsie, New York, it is Mad Mike.
Sorg, I am free from the clutches of Jeffrey the Giraffe. And guess what? It's 2017. You know what that means, Sorg? It's time for the gun show.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The memorandum is off on the gun show, and there they are, right there. Welcome back to the Mayhem, sir. It's been missed. It's been missed for sure.
It's been far too long since I've spoken into a microphone and yelled at people about sweaty men in wrestling.
WWE RAW wrap-up. This is, if I remember my podcasting list, this is where we talk about Monday Night Raw, and we're back, and people are giving us messages and such. Yeah, so first Raw of 2017. Yeah, that's it. If you want to know the real truth of New Year's and why it's a lie, go to sawtoothwilly.com. I have that in the back of my head. But, of course, first, I think the highlight of the night we should talk about for me. Last man standing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you this: that match made Braun Strowman.
Oh, absolutely.
Did. And then that segment at the end ruined Braun Strowman.
Well, we can get into that too. But the match itself, though, it was a lot of fun. It was a good match. It's like, yes, this is why Sami Zayn is so important. This is why Sami Zayn is so good, is because of matches like this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was an excellent use of the WWE 2K17 backstage brawl setup. It's an excellent use of that function.
Why do they put all these cases here? I don't get
it. I wish you could actually pick them up in the game and throw them. That would be amazing.
Of course.
No, but it was and Braun took some shots.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I was just looking through Instagram while we were setting up. WWE posted a picture of the kendo stick wounds on his back. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
They're giving some good close-ups of that during the match as well that I thought were pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But that's before they really, before his body, cooled down to room temperature. Oh, my God. They're violent looking.
Wow.
And Sorg, last man standing matches, we usually hate them when they end a double count out. If that one ended a double count out after the crossbody off the stage, I would have been totally fine with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that's actually the finish they should have gone with.
I think the best match that Sami Zayn has had in WWE main roster that did not involve Kevin Owens, and Zayn's had some really good ones. So I thought that was great. I think he's the perfect guy to put in there. I think it shows if you're like, oh, I don't know why they're not giving anything to Sami Zayn. He got a lot out of that, and it was a really good match. And they gave him that 9 o'clock spot. I mean, that's as good as a main event to give that much time to something at that time of the show. Right? Mm-hmm. That's usually where you have Ric Flair come out and talk because he's damn Ric Flair, right? Or Goldberg or Brock Lesnar or something, the 9 or the 10 o'clock slot like that. But it was this, and I thought it worked really well, to give that to these guys, and I thought they really delivered.
And I really hope they push this all the way to WrestleMania, when Braun eventually takes the U.S. title off Roman and Sami Zayn wins the U.S. title from Braun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing. That'd be a great arc. It would be.
I love your stretched out booking you already have planned out on this. But yes.
Sorg, you know me. Sorg, do you know what I did while I was at the toy store for 2 months? I thought about wrestling, and I thought about podcasting, and I thought about podcasting about wrestling, and wrestling about podcasting. I don't know. I thought about a lot of things.
So this is happening live. We're on Twitter at Mayhem Show. Please hit us out at Mayhem Show if you're catching the stream over there. But Katie says, "Hi, wrestling guys. Make WWE. I make WWE fan art. What do you think? And it's Braun Strowman with what is that hair? How would you describe that hair?
That is because Katie made an observation that if you invert Braun Strowman's head, he looks like a troll doll. And then there have been several images that have been posted. One, Katie just put troll hair on top of Braun Strowman. 2, then she colored his beard. And then 3, my buddy Jesse just inverted Braun Strowman's head.
I have to see these other ones.
I will post them all on the Twitter feed.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. We'll retweet those. I don't know. Somebody sent us secret JoJo and secret weave, and there's a lot of art going on over there. So
Sorg, wrestling fans we're an artistic lot.
We are, obviously. To be into something like this, it's got to be. All right. Well, anyways, other things.
And I am just retweeting the inverted Braun Strowman head to our account, and that is done because it is amazing. It looks, it really looks like he's the third member of the movie Trolls.
Okay. Well, other things involving Braun Strowman in a long way around. We had the Kevin Owens Show, which was pretty amazing.
Half of it.
Wait,
was really great.
No. Let's go through the good parts before you get to your gripes. But I hope the Kevin Owens Show is a thing that keeps going. I love anybody buddy segment with Chris Jericho. Of course, we had our list. We had a guy with sign head.
Hey, Sorg, show some respect. That was Sign Guy Dudley.
It wasn't really.
It really wasn't.
No.
It should have been.
It should have been.
Either that, or I'd accept also Ralphus. Either or. Or Lodi. I mean, if we can find Lodi, because if anyone's a standing sign, it's Lodi.
Well, Lodi did a lot of stuff for a good year and a half on the Renegade Wrestling Alliance. I'm sure some people have his number.
Yes.
So, yes, absolutely.
But yeah, Kevin Owens is just...
Wait, Mike, what did you love about the Kevin Owens Show?
I loved everything until Goldberg came.
Oh, yeah. Can I put a side thing on Goldberg that's been just bothering me for a while now? Goldberg doesn't look like he's in good shape, right?
No.
Right? Okay, but when he came out in Survivor Series, he looked okay. Is there some weird thing happening where he just looks out of shape when he wears a shirt?
Sorg, it's not that he doesn't look like he's in good shape. He looks like he's in good shape because his body hasn't changed since 1996.
I'm not saying he's in better shape than I am. Don't get me wrong. And he's like at least 15 years older than I am. So,
Sorg, I'm going to argue right now that I have better cardio than Goldberg.
Yeah, but you've been working on it, and you didn't have a car show for the last several years.
This is a fair point. I'm gonna make that argument. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I think in a foot race it would be close.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Now, granted, he may have horrible cardio because of years of ingesting pyro smoke. That, you take that, you get the good and the bad with that. I mean, but
obviously, he's not going to be as defined and have the traps and craziness as I'm looking at images from the Goldberg Who's Next collection from the network. But still, I've seen him on the lead up, and I'm like, man, he's gonna look pretty horrible out there. But he went out and he looked good, and I mean, I didn't have to look at him for long because he squashed Brock Lesnar in 90 seconds. But still, is that it was too quick for me to notice. Like don't look at his lack of traps. Look at him squash this Brock Lesnar guy.
So, Sorg, let me ask you a question. Does the Royal Rumble start any other way beyond them as 1 and 2? One eliminates the other, gets pissed, goes back in the ring, and eliminates the other guy.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how we start the Rumble, right?
No. It starts...
Either that, or they're fighting against the ropes, and James Ellsworth eliminates both of them.
It starts the Rumble the way that the 1992 Royal Rumble ended with Hogan and Sid Justice.
Yes. Except that Ric Flair was in there and won.
Yeah. Like I say, again, I'm watching, obviously, after just seeing pictures of him from 16 years ago wrestling Goldberg. Here's Survivor Series. Thank you, WWE Network. We're completely getting taken down off of YouTube for this one. But no, it's really a context thing. It really is a context thing. It's just he looks good when he's not wearing shirts. That sounds wrong. But anyways, let's go back around. We had, the Kevin Owens Show.
That jacket, Sorg, I think you've pinpointed the answer. I think that jacket just might be really heavy.
Could be. That could be.
You know what it is? Sorg, we were talking about Dragon Ball Z earlier. It's the weighted clothing.
Oh,
he's
the
Piccolo.
He's the Piccolo. There you go.
Like when he takes off that jacket, he can't take it off in the ring because it will smash through the plywood.
Got it.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Okay.
I love these reaction shots after him winning because I'm already through the match. But anyways, all right. See you at the Royal Rumble. No, he'll be in. I predict he'll be in the Royal Rumble as long as he was in that match. So yeah. I thought it was cool that they brought all that together. And now we're like, oh hey, Goldberg might face Owens, Goldberg might face Roman, kind of thing. I thought that was pretty cool. Then Strowman comes.
Hey,
and
oh, poor Strowman.
Cool to Mad Mike, Myth of the Night. That's your new segment.
Yeah, Strowman got speared by Roman and Goldberg at the same time, then Roman leaned over and said, "Good job."
To Strowman?
To Goldberg.
Oh.
I get it. It's cool to see a double spear.
Yes.
It's cool to see that. I get that. Give that to Owens. Owens can take that. Owens is credible. Owens was going to get beat up in that segment anyway, and for some reason, didn't.
But still...
give it to Jericho. Jericho is bulletproof.
It still took... Well, I think you see that for Royal Rumble. I think he gets away from Goldberg and stuff until then, and then there'll be... You'll have something in the Rumble where they run into each other and something happens, right? But no, I think...
Unless Braun Strowman eliminates Goldberg,
yeah.
Unless that happens at the Rumble, then why the hell did we have a 25-minute match putting over Braun Strowman as this giant badass?
To make it look even more amazing when he has to take two people to take him out. I mean, it all comes around. It seriously does come around. But anyways, other than that, your girl Sasha. Shar was out there, and all the ladies in one match, unfortunately. But still interesting stuff. Banks is involved in something. I don't know if that turns into a Rumble match or something. We do have 4 weeks, as you pointed out.
Yeah, and I would imagine it's got to be a Rumble match because guess what? We're going to have a lot of undercard for this Royal Rumble.
Rumble's going to be 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Because that's what we're doing now.
4 hours. It's 4 hours. We're wasting 2 Rumble spots on guys that aren't main roster people.
Mm-hmm.
We're using another 3 spots on the New Day, then Jericho, then Braun. We're already at 6 spots. Or 5 spots. I can't math right now. We're at 5 spots already filled up on the Rumble, and no one's even been announced from SmackDown.
That's true. I think you'll start getting that this week, By the way, I just searched Royal Rumble just generally on the WWE Network. And it's really interesting because the first one you see is the 2014. The second one is the 2016 Royal Rumble, but it's the Deutsch audio. The German audio, basically.
Sprachen Sie Deutsch?
Sprachen die Royal Rumble, skay. Anyways, and third is Santino's Royal Rumble Lottery from 2015, which is apparently in English. Just to point that out.
I need to tell everyone tomorrow night on the Mayhem Show my story about that Santino Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I have a story about that. It's really good, but I won't tell it here.
All right. That's a teaser. That's called a teaser.
Well, because we're talking about Raw. We're talking about Raw.
Although, really, how well are we doing in that? We had our cruiserweights.
Well, we're doing about as well as WWE did.
There's that.
Talking about Raw because they're in a holding pattern for 4 fucking weeks, Sork.
Let's talk about. I feel like there's so much to talk about. Like, there's a list of just things that happened on Raw tonight, and it looks insane. By the way, Mick Foley looking good out there, buddy. Good point. I think you pointed this out. Carl Anderson, maybe his only of few singles matches since.
I think he can't have had more than 5 singles matches on Raw.
I know. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he's usually the guy that gets the singles match whenever they do those Raw mix-up or the tag team
which is
mix-ups.
ironic because Gallows was all over the place even before he was Gallows.
Of course. But I think but Carl's Gallows is a big guy, right? So I think they want to throw somebody in there that's like more of a workhorse, and that's Anderson for sure.
Yeah.
So
pretty much, if your last name is Anderson, you're going to have a 10-minute match, and you're going to work over a body part.
Oh yeah, it's a family tradition of people that aren't related. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it goes all the way back to Ole, Arn, CW. All the Andersons.
Yes, all the Andersons. I can't wait. They're like, we need like an Andersons Family Feud team or something.
We can have the Andersons versus the Funks. You can have Carl Anderson, CW Anderson, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, and Terry, Haas, Dory, and Flash.
It's just. Oh, that was better than mine. I was gonna say
I went a long way for that joke, but I feel it was worth it.
I feel like both of them. You'd be going up to Arn Anderson's, and he's just saying, "I don't even know. I've never seen any of these people at the reunion," and then Terry Funk will just say, "I don't recall meeting these people ever in my life."
Or
right?
Sorg, because Ole is a little bit ornery and doesn't kowtow stuff like this, we can throw in old WCW referee Randy Anderson.
All right, moving on. Cruiserweights. Something happened with cruiserweights, right?
Did
it? Hey! First of all, all business Drew Gulak's new partner, nice guy Tony Nese. I love that they just come out in suits when they accompany each other to help each other out.
Wouldn't he be Nese guy Tony Nese?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to kibosh that one. Definitely going to kibosh that one. So, but no. No, I thought it was some fun stuff. And, of course, as you said, for the millionth time, once again, Kendrick and Perkins, which is going to be
doing their 3-minute Broadway.
Yeah, you know how it is. Definitely not. I mean, the stuff we do get on Raw with them seems to be simply an ad for the good stuff over on 205 Live, which is another reason why SmackDown's beating them in ratings, apparently. And
speaking of SmackDown beating them in ratings, the 2 announcements that Raw just happened to throw in right at the end of the show. Did you see those, Sorg?
No, I didn't, because I was failing at setting up the studio. So.
Oh, well, let me talk to you.
Talk to me, Mike. Tell me how it is.
Yes. All right. See, Sorg, you don't get it. That was an Eli Drake reference because Eli Drake hasn't spoken in a month, and I had to go for it. Nope.
My apologies to DJ Z and Dave Lagana. I have not watched much Impact in the last year.
It's okay. So. I'm the representative for the Mayhem Show to watch Impact. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So 2 guys are going to be on Raw next week. One of them promoting a movie, which totally fine. I understand that person will be a little guy named Shawn Michaels.
What?
Yes, that's the appropriate response. Also, I'm surprised he's not showing up closer to the Rumble, considering it's in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's okay. Maybe he will.
Who knows? At this point, Shawn Michaels may say, "I'm coming back, bitches."
How is Shawn Michaels not involved in this Royal Rumble? That in this location that he main evented in a fairly high profile match so long ago.
He won the title then lost his smile immediately.
Yes.
I think that's
maybe he'll find his smile again in San Antonio in a box somewhere backstage.
Oh my God! If it's a box that Bray Wyatt has and it just has a smile in it, that'll be amazing.
Is what I found your smile, Michaels.
But speaking of the other guy that Raw said, hey, we're gonna have this guy on next week. Oh, the Undertaker. You know, SmackDown superstar, The Undertaker.
That's weird.
That is very weird. Something tells me Vince saw the ratings and was like, what? How did SmackDown beat us? Damn it. They've got Ellsworth. Ellsworth, damn it. Get The Undertaker. I don't know. Wheel his ass onto Raw. That's probably what happened. Undertaker's probably going to take Enzo's wheelchair if he has to. I don't know. But the last time we saw The Undertaker, he was threatening SmackDown superstars to beat Raw. So what's he going to do? What is The Undertaker? Sorg, is The Undertaker in the Royal Rumble? Please don't tell me The Undertaker's in the Royal Rumble.
I'm saying that it's not like outside the realm of possibility that The Undertaker's in the Royal Rumble. I really think so. I mean,
all right,
yeah.
If The Undertaker's in the Royal Rumble, he better be in to do one thing: win, so he can go up against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Phenom versus Phenomenal. Boom. Boom. That's it. Why is The Undertaker coming to Raw? Are they that scared of ratings?
I mean, the first thing I thought about was Taker and Shawn. I mean, it was like they're...
Yeah, and they're announcing them back to back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the first time Undertaker's been in New Orleans since he lost his streak. I'm like, that's probably not true.
Meanwhile,
he vacations a lot.
Meanwhile, for an entirely different take on Monday Night Raw, our friend Corey Futuristic says, Raw is so sad that Braun Strowman is the most over guy on the roster. Okay.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
No. Well, in the future, maybe he's like the Universal Champion, but...
Oh, no. Braun Strowman's top 5 in being over. I'll give him that. He may even be top 3. But Kevin Owens a little bit over.
A little bit liking that guy. A little bit.
A little bit.
I don't know. All right. What else happened from Raw tonight? What else? What else is going on?
We almost had a new member of the New Day, Sorg.
Oh, no. Yeah. Almost. Titus New Day. Which... Man, first of all, I'm like, oh, man, those gyrations look a little more sexual without title belts on. Oh, man, Titus is just a stripper now? Like, what is happening here? I don't... Listen, I like Titus. I'm a fan of Titus. But I don't know what it is. Like, the dude is awkward. You know what I mean? I mean, I can't...
Hey, Sorg.
I can't speak my awkwardness.
To quote a great song, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit in the wind, and you don't try to hug Big Vince.
I mean, it's not like the Triple H burying that happened in those days, but
it's close.
It's not great. It's definitely not great, right?
I mean, all right, and I say this with all love and admiration toward Xavier Woods, but he lost to Xavier Woods. Name me your favorite Xavier Woods singles win, Sorg.
Well, no, because he never had to write singles anything in
I
WWE.
know. That's the point.
Hell, initially, I don't even think he was supposed to wrestle as part of the New Day, you know? I mean, like, by the way they got set up, right? I mean, it's...
the only Xavier Woods single win I remember seeing on Raw was when he came out after Brodus Clay left WWE, and he came out with the Funkadactyls and R-Truth, and he did the Jerry curl thing where he flipped all the water in the hair. He won that match. And that might have even been a tag team match.
That's like your second Brodus Clay Funkadactyls reference tonight. One before the show, and now it's just there. Mm-hmm. It's just there.
Yes.
Mike.
Hi, Sorg.
Mike.
Yeah.
How much of Raw was watchable for you this evening?
I'll go a solid 2 hours. Solid 2 hours.
Solid 2? All right.
Yeah, solid
respectable.
2.
There's nothing that was like, oh God, why is this match happening right now? Except for maybe Titus for reasons, but the New Day was a part of it. But But generally, no. I thought it was a fairly solid, if not terribly exciting. I mean, I was really excited at the Last Man Standing. The girls did good. The cruiserweights were cruiserweighting, so that's fine. So
we need more Jack Gallagher and New Day interaction.
I'm trying to figure out where Alicia Fox found the rest of her boobs.
Hey, Alicia Fox. You have to say it right.
Why are we saying it that way? Because the Noam Dar thing?
Yes. Because that's how he says her name.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like broad, but sexual.
I can't. I haven't done wrap up for a while, but every time, just like something, whether he interrupts or we actually know he's the next one coming out. Every time I started with the Braun, I just laugh uncontrollably. I just can't help it.
It's like he's an anime character entering the scene.
It is. It's just like. Like
I could just picture Vegeta every time he comes into a scream. Kakarot! It's the same thing.
Braun is over 9,000! All right, enough of that. And Dragon Ball references and shouts go to friend of IWC, Mr. 450, whatever real name he goes by that I don't remember. I just know him as Mr. 450. That got her on 205 Live last week. So this is. Oh, by the way, can we put this out here? So we're doing obviously some changes here in the new year. I have vowed, Mike. As we've discussed off air, I will be a part of the wrap up. Not the wrap up. This is the wrap up. The midweek wars involving 205 Live and NXT.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! I have dedicated myself to it. Also, I do intend to watch live. I have not bought the service yet, but I have about a little over 24 hours to do so. I intend to watch and live tweet. And I believe it comes on at 3 a.m, if I did my math correctly, Wednesday morning. Is it right? Wednesday morning for us here? Yeah. Because if I'm wrong, I'm off by a day.
I think you're off by a day. I thought it was tonight.
Is it? Well, at first I thought it was tonight, but I saw it's like Wednesday at X, and I believe they're Wednesday before we're Wednesday, if I remember when I was in Thailand. Wait. So Wednesday morning in Thailand, you guys were at least attempting to do the shows at our normal time Tuesday night. So if I mathed that right, otherwise I'm going to be staying up for a bit if I didn't. So.
Okay, no, it's yeah. Okay, yeah, no, you're okay. I think it's
also
tomorrow.
WWE. Please announce the Eastern Standard Times for the UK tournament so I can get that on my calendar. I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon both days. So there's that. So then I found out there's another wrestling show that evening too, so that I want to see. So we're going full on pro wrestling this year. Is what's happening, right, Mike?
Sorg, we always go full on pro wrestling.
Yeah, but
we're even going fuller, honor, proer, and wrestlinger.
That's right. Guys, if you like this, go support us. It doesn't say so. I know it's weird and says per episode. Don't worry about that. In the coming days, we're actually going to switch that to per month for a Wrestling Mayhem show, and we will be posting on there all of these, the Raw wrap-ups, midweeks, and everything. You'll get all that stuff if you support us over on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Patreon page, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Please sign up for that. Give as little as you can, or just spread the word. Let people know about the Wrestling Mayhem Show. If you enjoy the conversation that we have here, we like to have a lot of fun. This week on the Wrestling Mayhem Show proper at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on live.wrestlingmayhemshow.com, we will have BC Steele, manager to the stars of one Chris LaRusso, who you need to watch out for this year. I have a feeling it's going to be a big year for a Chris LaRusso, as well as many of our friends of the show. There's definitely a lot of them making rumblings out there. So please go check that out. And, of course, we will have this week we have an interview we sat down with Corey Graves and Sam Adonis's father a few weeks ago for another project. Well, we had a conversation about something that I think really fit in the Indie Mayhem Show. Look for that posting this Thursday at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. And of course, what's that show you do, Mike?
Sorg, the show I do, and I had to take a slight break.
Yeah, we all do. We all got to
But
recharge our batteries.
Yeah, it wasn't even recharging batteries. It was I was working until 3, 4 in the morning every day at Toys R Us, and I was not able to even watch wrestling, let alone podcast about it. But coming this Thursday, we will be back with the Midweek War! I'd say it really loud because I've done it in a few weeks. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll be back, and we'll be talking NXT 205 Live with Sorgatron, Lucha, and Impact, if I can pull anyone else to watch those shows with me. But yeah, we will be back with all 4 shows because 4 shows equals more shows.
Okay. Wow, that's good mathing. Hey, sorry, I didn't realize that we kind of dropped on YouTube last minute here. I didn't realize that we were all having a chat. YouTube is really kind of pushing their chat component over here. So hello everybody that is out there, and thank you for tuning in. Normally we're going to be doing this on Facebook Live, so please follow us on Facebook.com/Mayhem Show for that as well, and support all of our friends out there. Thank you so much. Let us know on the Twitters at Mayhem Show how much of Raw was watchable for you, and what did you learn from Monday Night Raw tonight? Let us know at Mayhem Show on the Twitter. We'll see you guys next time. Keep it raw. Let's end with my shot there.